Guys that worked really hard. A lot of good focus. Obviously, first conference game, so everything gets intensified for what we're about to step into in the last 2 weeks, and feel like that the guys have embraced that, and just coach them till kickoff is our mindset here, and it's our philosophy as a program. And Thursday's practice is not a review practice for us. It's we're not shoulder pads. It's still a full speed practice. And, tag tempo is what we use to be able to attack the ball carriers, but as far as the reps and everything we're doing, and then approach it that way, review tomorrow, and then kick it off at noon on game day. So that's where we're at. Ready to roll.
Give us a $64,000 Twitter question, but how's Michael?
Yeah, it's he's working through some things right now, so we're not 100% sure. So it's going to be a game day decision. So, but that's why you have multiple quarterbacks, and if you can't go, then Peyton will be ready. And feel great about Peyton. He's won a lot of games for us here, and he's a great player.
Is it upper body, lower body?
I'm not going to give you specifics,
Sure.
So, but it's not a long-term thing, we don't think. So we're just working through it, trying to get rehabbed, but I guess we'll know more.
Has he been able to practice it all this week?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
If Michael can't go, how does that change your attack on Ohio State offensively?
Not a lot. They're very similar quarterbacks and skill set wise, so really not really much changes at all. So that's a good part about it. We're able to just be who we are and run our offense. So we'll be ready.
From a confidence standpoint, does it help Peyton? He had a pretty good game against Ohio State last year?
No question. And he's from Ohio, so enough said.
I mean, how important is it, the snaps he got last week, too, and particularly how efficient he was?
Yeah, there's no question, and didn't even know at the time, about all that. So it was just really, worked out really good for us, for him, and it was important. I knew he needed to get reps regardless, and just the bottom line is that he's played a lot of football, but it is a new system. That's why I wanted to get him a lot last week, and we were able to do that. Even got a chance to get Jack in there quite a bit, so it was good because based on what happens, he's obviously ready, has to be ready to go as well. So that's how it works, and bottom line is you never know, and that's why I said in the beginning, even when we made the decision that you don't know how things are going to play out, and when I sat down with those guys, I said you got to be ready every single week. You never know when you're going to get called upon. It could happen during the game as well. So happens all across the country, and you got to be ready to rise up and be ready to play. So if that's what we have to do, then next man up, and we just don't blink. Do not blink.
Did Michael get injured in the game Saturday?
Not that I'm aware of. No, I think it's just something that's just kind of, he just said this wasn't feeling right. So, but don't want to get too specific on it exactly, but it wasn't it was not during the game. So.
Any update on Cam Jones, whether he'll be able to go?
Yeah, I tell you what, he's practiced full board the last 2 days, and he looked really good, so I expect him to play.
Sorry, I'm pushing the any update thing a little bit more, but does it have anything to do with his knee? With what he went through last.
Yeah, no, he's it's really, I really feel like whatever it is, it's not going to be a long-term thing. I really don't. So, and I just say that, I'm always pretty straightforward, as much as I can be. I try to be as transparent as I can be and do it the right way. But I feel good about it being a short-term thing.
Not that you don't want to run the ball to begin with, but I mean, does establishing a solid ground game become even more important if you don't have maybe Michael's ability to stretch a defense over the top?
Oh, I think it's always critical to have that run game piece. It sets up so many things, and a lot of times, you see this at the highest level. A lot of times, it's always about the respect factor they have to have for just the number of times that you run the football. And yeah, you want to be productive. The more productive, the better. But continuing to run the football to be able to set up the pass game. So there's no question that it's always a big deal, but it becomes a very important part of it. Anytime you play a team of this caliber, both phases, the run game and the pass game, have got to be effective. And that's you become one-dimensional, it makes it really tough.
Against Eastern Illinois, Jamar Johnson started at Husky. Is Marcelino the guy you anticipate starting at Husky and playing a majority of the snaps this game?
Yes, we do. And so we were working through him on to get him to play at the level I wanted him to play at and the discipline I wanted to play with, and that was kind of holistically part of all that last week, and he got the message, and I believe he's going to move forward and have a great rest of the senior season. On the field senior season, he's got one more year eligibility wise, but with the redshirt, but he's one of our leaders, and so I expect high things from those guys, and the way that you play and how you handle yourself during the snap and after the whistle. And so I think that was a message heard loud and clear. So I really appreciate how you responded. So he'll be the guy moving forward. But I tell you what, Jamar's doing some good things, you know. So it was great to give him a chance to get him a start and a chance to play more. And so those reps will be valuable moving forward.
Through the first two games, the offensive scheme under Kalen DeBoer seemed to be a lot more flexible than the past. How critical is that going into a game like this with potentially not having your starter?
Oh, I think it's key. You know, I love what we do offensively, and obviously the system is being built week by week. And but that's the true value in having, you know, two guys for sure that have both played, and then you got a third guy that's got a chance to get in there. But just the critical nature of having multiple guys, you know, and just talked about, you know, that to our team this morning, and whatever may happen moving forward. But at the same time, you know, you want a system that is able to create diversity, no matter who's at that spot. But there's no question that that person is a major driver in what we do. And you know, like I said, whoever we're going to put out there is going to be well prepared and be able to be at their best.
Mike's handled an injury during the offseason. How has he handled this week in terms of
I
his?
think that's just part of the whole. Anytime you have things like this, you got to dive into your rehab, you know. And I will say, you know, Cam Jones was a perfect example of that this week. Just really embraced it and did everything that was asked and beyond. And that's how it's called being a pro. We talk about that a lot with our guys. You got to learn how to come out of high school. You don't really know. You know, some of our guys, when you have trainers, full-time trainers at their schools, you know, they have maybe some that come in part-time or split it up or whatever. And so just that whole idea of just embracing the process of rehab is a very hard thing for some young guys. And so, you know, that's going to be critical for him and anybody else that gets dinged up. And you know, as every week passes, more and more guys get dinged up. So be able to, it's never a negative thing to live in that training room, because that's how you get healthy, that's how you get better, that's how you help your team, and that's how you take care of your body. So we're teaching our guys that. And obviously Mike is a young quarterback, and he's got, I mean, he will. He'll respond.
If you have to make a change this week for whatever reason, how critical was it to be able to get Jack Tuttle those snaps that he got last week?
You know what? Huge. You know, and I just think that, you know, I'm a man of faith, and the good Lord always knows things that we don't even know sometimes. You know? So you just do things the right way, and trust in those things for yourself that you believe in, and that's what we do here, and that's what I do. And so you just don't blink. You just keep working hard, you keep doing things the right way, and then you want to be thorough in your preparation. And that's why when things like this happen, you have to have a bunch of different options ready, and that was definitely one of them. It could prove out to be a very, very important part of the progression of our team.
Chase Young, we've talked a lot about him. You were in the SEC. I mean, does he remind you of anybody, or is there anything about the qualities he has as a player that make him unique?
Well, he looks like the ones that we played against, you know, in that conference. There's no doubt about it, you know. So there's multiple ones in that league that the D-line to me is always what really made that, you know, that conference very unique and very challenging, you know. And so, but just a combination of length, power, great speed. His motor has increased, you know, over time, which usually does happen as a guy matures and gets coached, and they have a great, you know, coaching staff there that's going to get him fundamentally right, you know, technically right, effort piece, and holding those guys accountable. So you can tell he's bought into all that. So he's playing at a high level right now and creates a lot of issues for the offense. But no, yeah, I mean, he's, like I said, you know, I think I said last night, he's a first-round draft pick guy. So he's special.
How important is the crowd going to be Saturday? You think?
Huge. I'm telling you, I mean, just having a great group here, and I expect that, and just be loud when they're on the field, and the energy when we're on the field, and just being, you know, a great part of winning a football game. It's all phases. It takes all of us. We had one of our alumni out here today, and just a guy, I got a chance to meet him. I just tell you, hey, we need all you guys back as much as possible. I'm inviting them to come to practice, come to games, get the crowd going, and I mean, that's just, it's big. I mean, you just need every possible component to be working together, flowing together, and helping us be special on game day. So yes, the crowd's going to be huge.
The way that Ohio State travels, you hoping to squeeze those guys out, the
Yeah,
visitors?
I mean, they're welcome to whatever seats are open, but hopefully there's not a lot of open seats for them to sit in, you know. So, but yeah, we expect it to be that way, and you know, they'll have a good following. You know, they travel well, so, but that's what they built. That's what their tradition is established, and so hats off to them for that. Awesome.